Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For a radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, tuning in to our online affiliates through our podcast through iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. We're glad you all could join us as well. I have a great guest and book for really our audience of all ages. We're excited to welcome New York Times bestselling author Jennifer Donnelly to our broadcast. She's celebrating a brand new book. You guys are going to love this. It's called Beastly Beauty. It's definitely one of those books that will get you talking. It drives you into the characters' lives and their journey, and definitely has you rooting for them and their rise. We're going to talk to Jennifer not only about this new book, but also what it's been like for her to be able to use her imagination and creativity to give us a story that definitely is something I think will have you enjoying the pages. Jennifer, thank you so much again for being with us. Really appreciate the time.
Oh, thank you for having me, Cyrus.
So, Jennifer, this book is so much fun, and our audience can probably tell, from the title Beastly Beauty, that it definitely is a reimagining, in many ways, of a story that some of us have heard, but you definitely have put your own creativity and spin on this that I love so much. So I want to ask you, after spending so much time with these characters, Jennifer, what is it like for you now to be able to give them to us?
Oh, it's exciting, and it's a wonderful feeling, and it's also a little bit sad, to tell you the truth, Cyrus, because I've lived with these characters and they've been mine for 2 years, and now I'm letting them go, and I'm watching them walk away like little paper children, and I'm happy about that, and I hope they find homes in other readers' hearts as they have in mine, but it's slightly bittersweet too.
Yeah. Let's talk about creativity, if you don't mind, Jennifer, because you are one of those authors that allows us to be able to not only to take these remarkable journeys with you through your books, but also, I think, makes us think about our own lives. You definitely make us do that with the character Arabella, I think, in this book. We'll talk more about that. But also just ourselves. What has it been like for you to do what you love as a creative individual and have other people connect with it?
It's a dream come true. It's what I wanted to do for so long. Ever since I was a small child, I knew I wanted to be a storyteller, but it took me a long time to achieve that. I don't think I was maybe 36, 37 when I finally managed to publish my first book. So to have my work be out there in the world, to have readers embrace it, to know that my writing helps people the way other writers' writing has always helped me is just an amazing feeling.
I love that with this book we're able to see some of the interesting conversations that we kind of have in the world today, Jennifer, when it comes to, how individuals are seen, how women are seen, young women are seen, and what's expected of them. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious, I'll let you tell our audience, how did Beastly Beauty first come to you?
It's interesting. I love the classic tale, but I also got a bit fed up with the classic version. In that version, the Beast is this young man who's been enchanted, but he calls all the shots. He's the boss, and he rages, and he shouts, and he takes prisoners. And the beauty is this young woman who has to accommodate him, and she really denies her own wishes and her own dreams as she tries to understand him and help him become a better person. And I kind of had enough of that. I feel that times have changed, and so I thought it was time for an update. And I strongly feel that we human beings are very complex creatures, and we all deserve to be fully who we are and not forced into these one-dimensional roles that sometimes don't fit us anymore.
Yeah. I love that. And as I said, we see that with Arabella in the book. And I love the fact, too, and I'll talk around this, Jennifer, because I don't want to spoil anything for those who are going to pick it up and read it. But I love the fact that it is so interesting that what I think that Arabella learns is the importance of being who she is, right? And knowing that people will be drawn
Very
to her
much.
for that. That is not always the messaging that we're told these days, especially, unfortunately, young women are told. What was that like for you to play with in this book?
It was really interesting, and Arabella, who's one of the main characters, who is the Beast in this book, is very, very close to my heart. She is this lively, smart, passionate young woman. She wants to be an architect more than anything. She wants to create beauty in the world and build gorgeous castles and palaces. And she's told no. She is living in 1700s France when a girl's duty was to marry and marry well. she's a duke's daughter and his only heir, so she has to sort of go through with this arranged marriage. And it kills her. It crushes her. It sort of destroys her spirit. And she has to box her reaction to all this away, you know, her grief, her anger, her sadness, or try to. Arabella very much tries to box these emotions away, but they literally burst out of her. And she makes a terrible mistake as a result, and that's what brings the curse down on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think, too, the idea of, and again, I'll talk around this, Jennifer, but the idea of what redemption looks like, you know, but I think also acceptance looks like. And Arabella plays such a big part in that in the book, but also so does another individual we're able to meet, Bo. Talk to us about Bo and his role in this, and what it's been like for you to kind of show how he can see sometimes what is not always evident to the eye.
Bo is a character who's also near and dear to my heart. He is a young thief. He grew up in Barcelona. He was orphaned at a very young age and fell in with a pack of robbers, and they've become his family, essentially. So he's become this person. He essentially deep down has a good heart, but he's become this person who's always on the make, always out to see what he can get, how he can use people, how he can play people. So when a job goes wrong for him and his group of robbers, and they have to escape from their pursuers, and they find this mysterious towering castle, and they go in, and they are in very short order, they meet the Beast. And most of the robbers manage to escape, but Bo does not. He gets trapped. Now he begins this sort of journey. The Beast only comes out at night. He meets this very cold, aristocratic young woman, Arabella, in the daytime, and these two begin to circle around each other. They can't stand each other at first, but little by little they begin to thaw. And what they're really doing is working on each other, getting to know each other, and beginning to understand that before you can be a friend, before you can be in a romantic relationship with somebody, you have to know yourself, and you have to really learn how to love yourself. And that means often to forgive yourself.
Yeah, love that. And I love the fact that you are known, again, as I mentioned, Jennifer, I'm not just saying this because I'm talking with you, about really drawing the reader in and making us see what you're sharing with us. I want to give a taste of that to our audience. No, without giving any context, I'm not going to give any context, but just the wording you're able to use here, as there is this harrowing situation taking place between Arabella and Bo. You wrote, "Fierce talons dug into Bo like a hawk into a rabbit." I mean, that just allows you to be able to really to get a visual of what you're explaining. What was it like for you to kind of look back at what you wrote with this and how it really does create its own story and own adventure?
It's exciting. It's intimidating too, because you know that line you read, that's what you hope for and you want as a writer, something strong and visceral that really enables your reader to see and smell and touch and feel everything your main characters are going for. But as an artist, you know, I'm filled with self-doubt, like most artists are. Did I do it? Did I hit it? Did I reach it? Did I give the reader enough? So it's very much the sort of push-pull. One minute you think, I've got it. And the next minute you think, oh no, you know, I fell short. I guess that's the curse that all artists are under. Yeah.
For sure. Well, this is going to be one our audience will enjoy, our audience of all ages. Again, everyone, New York Times best-selling author Jennifer Donnelly has been our guest. Jennifer, I could talk to you all day, but I know I'll get in trouble. Beastly Beauty is the book. It's out now. You all can get it through our friends at Amazon.com or your favorite local bookstore. And Jennifer, how can our audience stay connected with you?
They can follow me on all my socials at Jen Writes Books or on my website at JenniferDonnelly.com.
All right, Jennifer, thank you again. Congratulations again on Beastly Beauty, and looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank you so much, Cyrus.
More than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let us go make today amazing. Take care.